Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Today we are discussing about our project fake news analysis using NLP. Uh, our team members are myself, Pranay, Mahalakshmi, Uttej, and Gurujain. Now the introduction will be handled by Mahalakshmi.
Hi, ma'am. Coming to the introduction, our project is.
Start. Jay.
Uh, Hi, ma'am. Our project is based on fake news analysis. Uh, we know about the news which connects the world, and we have two news. Like we have along with the real news, we have about the fake news. Fake news is always existed, even before the internet, and fake news in the internet is defined as fictional. It is defined as fictional content created with the intent of deceiving readers. This and with the help of social media, it's rapidly increasing more because as the news sites are increasing, fake news is also increasing. The object the main objective of fake news is will benefit the clickbaits. They use a flashy headlines, which we click on that, it increases their ad income. So they uh, so the consumers, to get the ad income, they mainly use this fake news, which diverts the readers always. And here our the aim of our project is to classify fake and real news. We used the process of NLP. We used some elements of NLP to do it. And coming to the uh, problem statement. Yeah, as I said before, the project goal is to find a solution which can recognize and filter the fake news and real news, which help the consumers in a better way, and to go to the avoid to use of the clickbait. And we have some solutions here, and the literature survey and the solutions will be explained by team members.
Three.
I will be discussing about the proposed solution of this project. And in this project, a model based on the count vectorizer or TF-IDF matrix might be effective. Because this is a text classification problem, it is recommended to use a naive-based classifier, which is a typical for text-based processing. The primary plan is to create a model for text transformations and decide which type of text is to utilize. The next step is to extract the most optimal features for count vectorizer or TF-IDF vectorizer, which is done by using a n number of most used words or phrases, lowercasing or not, removing stop words such as the, when, and there, and only using the words that appear at least once. Literature survey. And the next, we'll be discussing about literature survey. Here, many automatic detection approaches for fake news and deception posts have been reported in the literature because there are many different components to fake news detection. The employing chatbots to disseminate disinformation to utilizing clickbaits to propagate rumors. There are several clickbaits accessible on social media networks such as Facebook, which increase the sharing and like of content. Therefore, spreading false information, a great deal of effort has done into detecting false information. And here are the two literature surveys which we will be discussing in this project. And the author one discussed about the linguistic cue methods with machine learning, bag of words approach, and rhetoric structure and discourse analysis, network analysis approaches, and SVM classifiers. These algorithms are only text-based and offer little or no improvement over previous approaches. And the author and the author two examined the concepts, methodologies, and algorithms used for classifying false and manufactured news articles, authors, and subjects from virtual communities, as well as accessing their scopes and efficiency. The report also proceed research challenges based on previously unknown aspects of false news and varied relationships between the news pieces, writers, and subjects. The authors of study discuss fake detector and automated fake news interface algorithm. It is based on textual classification and employs a deep decisive network model to concurrently run the same prototypes of new items, authors and subjects. Fake detector focus on two key elements. Wide the wide The wide diffusion proposed approach will be composed of representation features, abstractions, and reliability labeling interface, fake detector. And the experimental values will be explained by my other teammate, Pranay. Uh, Pranay,
Now coming to the experimental investigation, in this project, we used two classifiers. One is count vectorizer and one is TF-IDF vectorizer. These two classifiers are the main process for the text classification. Here is the text. Here is the accuracy score, which is for the TF-IDF vectorizer. And coming to the count vectorizer, this is the accuracy. From this, we can say that TF-IDF vectorizer has more accuracy than count vectorizer. These all the code will be shown in the Jupyter notebook now. Okay, these are the softwares which we use for this for the completion of the project. Flash course. This flash course, Anaconda, NumPy, Newspapers 3K, sklearn, Pandas, Flash, NLTK. This is the flow chart of the project, which in this flow we constructed our project. Like initially we start the project, and we will input a user will input a user URL from the project, so that we after that we machine learning after that NLP processing will take place. Now I'll explain the Jupyter notebook code. Now coming to the Jupyter notebook. Now coming to the fake news file. Here these are the necessary libraries which we need to install and for this project, like input NumPy, Pandas, MATLAB, and Seaborn for graph implementation, count vectorizer and TF-IDF vectorizer for text classification. Train test split is for user training and testing the data set, and multinomial neighbors is for regression model which classifies which is true or false, and accuracy score confusion matrix to know how much accuracy the classifiers work. This NLTK is for text classification. Here we are downloading some of the libraries like stop words, wordnet, brown, punk, something, etc. Initially, we load the dataset. Here we took dataset news.csv file from Kaggle, and we downloaded, and we here import and here we appended that dataset. Then these are the first few elements of the dataset, and these are the last few elements of the dataset. Our dataset consists of 6,334 entries. From that, and here first of all we implemented count vectorizer. These are the necessary libraries which required to do count vectorizer. And finish here in the data set, we took only two labels. One is text and one is label. Text is to train the test. Label is to identify whether the news is which is real or fake. After that, we split the data set into train and test, and we perform the necessary text classifications using count vectorizer. These are the steps which we used for count vectorizer. Similarly, we have done this for another vectorizer technique called TF-IDF vectorizer. Same here also we need to implement the TF-IDF library, and we need to perform the necessary steps for text data pre-processing. After that, we inspect both the vectorizers, and we found the difference. Now coming to the model building part, here first we build model with count vectorizer. There it shows some accuracy, and again we perform the model building with TF-IDF vectorizer using multinomial neighbors, and here it shows accuracy. From the both accuracies, we came to a conclusion that TF-IDF vectorizer is more efficient and well known to use for the project, because it's showing 95%, it shows 90% correct values. Like while appending the URL, it will show some URL which is real or fake. By using TF-IDF vectorizer, we can easily know which is real news or which is fake news. These are the this is a classification report for the TF-IDF vectorizer. Here generally we implemented simple NLP to show how the process runs. Like here we took some 0.0 to 1 range using 0.1 space length, and if we perform train and test, there we can see that the this is the alpha is the point how many times we are going, and score is nothing but train and predict score. Initially the 0.88. So like that on we are going on increasing like that on we are getting the accuracy scores. Here is the inspecting. Here we have inspected the model using like how many, like some of the few real values from the some of the fake values, how it's going. After that, after performing after performing the necessary vectorization technique, we need to save our model. Here we saved our model using pickle file. Here we implemented first import pickle file, and then we saved the file under name called model.pickle file. After, so we can see that here we can see that here we are able to see that model.pickle file is saved. Now coming to the Flask application. After that, here now the first part of the project is done, like data pre-processing, model building, and all. Now after here we need to deploy the deployment consists of some steps like Flask building, HTML, web page building. These things will be explained by my friend Uttej.
Okay, now I will be discussing about the deployment process. And here we'll be going to import the necessary libraries such as Flask. It will be used for the application development, and from Flask we'll be importing the class, request, and render template, which will be used for the HTML working page. And the next pickle will be imported for the loading the model. That's just now we download the model.pickle. So it will be from this import file, we'll be loading the model, and import OS and newspaper. From newspaper, we'll be going to import article. This will be article is the main point for this project. Here the article will be the URL which will be sent by the user goes through this import article file. So it will be important for us. And next we'll be importing necessary libraries such as URL-lib and job-lib. And next we'll be using the our starting page. To start our page, we need to code command these signs such as app is equal to Flask name and corps app, and app is equal to Flask current name and template literal. And next we'll be opening our model which we just downloaded from the Jupyter file. Here we'll be loading the model with the pickle file. Model is equal to load.pickle. And after loading the model, this will be predicting the used for predicting the news, whether it's a fake news or real news. And next we'll be using the define the function main. This will be for main.html. On the main page will be used for this. And next will be define another function which is to predict the which will predict the whether news is real or fake. And here will be first the user is going to the input upload the URL in which we want to check whether the news is real or fake. And the next the URL will be sent to the page.unquiet URL. Then the URL will be shown as article, and article will be string. From string they download the article, and then it will be formed into tree shape, and tree from the it will go through the NLP process and will be summarized. Then the summarized article will be in the form of news, will be uploading as news, and the news will be sent to the model.predict, which is going to predict the from the model.pickle file from the which we just now said the model.pickle. Here the from model.pickle it's going to predict the whether the news is fake or real, and this news will be sent to the return return function. Using return function will be sending this fake or real through render template through our main page again, predict page. Here from this we'll be sending to the website, and now my friend Jayant will be showing the website and application of the working of the application.
Start.
I am explaining about the deployment of our project. Now you can see here HTML. We are using HTML and CSS for deploying our for creating our web page. So this is our HTML page. You can see here all the HTML page what we have done in HTML page. Now you can see the cascade style sheet where you have design our project using the CSS. So this is the file we have. So this is the code we have written for the CSS. After that, we have to run our code. So this is our CSS. Now we have to run our code. We are opening a fresh new anaconda prompt where we have to take the path from the where we have to take the path file where we have saved our files, project files. Now we can go to now we can take our path files from the computer. This is our path file where we have saved all our projects in here. So we are taking that path file and we are copying it and we are saving it on the we are opening our path file using CD. So we can click enter. After that, we have to run our file. We are in our path file. There is a app.py file. So we have to run our file to open our HTML page. So we are using Python app.py. So we are running our Python file. This is the HTML localhost, the URL where we use this URL to open our HTML file. So we are pasting that URL in the Chrome. When you paste that URL, you are pasting that URL. Now this is our HTML page where we have we will have the differences between the fake news and the real news. In this side, left side, we will have the what is the fake news. On the left, on the right side, we will have what is the real news, so that a person who can see this one can understand about what is fake and what is real. Our main goal is to check. Our main goal is to check this is the news is fake or a real. So we will go to the middle part where we can see where you can keep the URL and that we can tell that it is a fake or real. Starting, we should take a URL from. Now we are testing. Now we are testing. Now we are testing by keeping a URL. So in middle we can first you are taking the URL from the website, and this is Big Boss Host. We are taking this URL. This is a real news where you can see from the description like Big Boss OTT twists and themes reviews can accept this. This is a real news. We are taking this to keep it in our site. You can copy it and keep it in our file. This you can copy here, paste here. So by pasting it, you can predict. After predicting it, it shows the real. So as we know that it is a real news. Now for testing for the fake one, we are taking an URL. This is a fake. By seeing it, you can see that Scarlett Johansson is suited for Disney overall. This is a fake one. So we are putting this one on our HTML file in our website. So you can keep here your paste here, and you can predict it. After predicting the by keeping an URL, it shows it is a fake one. So that by seeing that URL, so it can it shows the fake one. So this is our, that's all. Now you can go. My friend will tell about the conclusion and further details.
Like this is
Thank-
our
thank you.
this is our project. Here we implemented fake news analysis by like Jupyter Notebook. With the help of Jupyter Notebook, we train the model, and with the help of Flash, we connected the model with the web, and we use HTML for our display output and CSS for cascading for a bright and bright and beautiful website. Here here is the outcome of the website. Now coming to here is the outcome of the website. Like here we can see the fake news, and here we can see the real news, and here we can predict the fake news. Here we imported 3D animation for the flip cards, so that the website will look nice and it will be easy to understand. And we have showed the we showed the two news links, which we showed the two news link. One news shows the fake news and one news link shows the real news. This is our project. Like here we embed the URL, then we will get the news with whether it is real or fake. Thank you.